Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing the Aquarius Ascendant. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. People with Aquarius rising are independent, individualistic, and they approach life with an eager and open mind, seeking freedom and awakening. Their active and inventive intellect questions everything in order to understand how it all fits together, but not through orthodox views, for these people are not concerned with maintaining tradition, but rather in stretching their understanding no matter what strangeness it discovers. These people move rapidly from fact to fact, seeking links and connections, speeding over whole logical sequences or groups of connected concepts in a flash. This trait may make them overcomplex in dealing with things, and thereby forgetting that tasks are easy if attended to simply. Integration is what they ultimately not want, not only through intellect, but in all facets of their life, psychological and social. Aquarius rising people at best are humanitarians. They can also be utopian dreamers that are forever seeking the ideal social structures to bring growth and happiness to everyone. These people can see the need for change in the social order in order to help change the nature of humanity, to bring out its best instead of its worst. They want to see the ideals that they identify so strongly with become real. Sometimes this means that the ordinary world does not satisfy them because it has too little stimulus to keep them interested, and so they will seek it in things beyond the usual and normal, and may live in a science fiction world of their own invention. When negatively expressed, the Aquarius rising person can be a tense, rebellious individualist who refuses to conform, a breakaway from the system. They don't want to be labeled, categorized, or pigeonholed, or made into anything that they don't want to be. They want to be a free individual in their own right. Sometimes they can take it to the extremes of reaction against others' views and attitudes, not so much because they want as they want, not so much because being what they want as being what they don't want. When negatively expressed, they may want to blow up the system, promoting anarchist revolution against authority. At heart, they fear being trapped, and so are ever ready to react fast to get out of restrictions, and yet being a rebel ties them to what they rebel against. They tend to blame their own condition onto others instead of seeing that they alone are responsible. They don't want to be one of the masses, preferring to be an utter individualist, emphasizing all of their differences from others, and having to invent some along the way. These people use detachment as a defense against saying things like, "I am not involved," or "I don't care," and standing back and being the dispassionate observer. Aquarius rising people often use the fact of them being different as a form of superiority that makes them react against or away from others and sets them apart on an isolated peak of superiority. A truly open person has neither separate pride nor has a need to be different. They just find their satisfaction in being fully human, knowing that each and every one is unique, and thus they are essentially modest. Aquarius rising people are drawn to projects that will benefit the great majority rather than the individual. Their sentiment is to advance the human race, and they are usually a leader in the search for truth, not as a philosophical exercise, but with the firm intention of applying it in very practical ways. Aquarius rising people are generally pleasant and friendly. They usually have a very large circle of acquaintances and friends, but their attitude towards them is somewhat detached. They are also quite determined, sincere, and fond of honor and dignity. Although they are sympathetic, they develop a dispassionate and reasoning outlook that fits them well to be one of the progressive thinkers of their community. They have strong ideals and are attached by all humanizing activities that lead to reform. Aquarius rising people are clear-minded and very capable of dealing with facts. Their memory is extremely reliable and everything of a mental nature appeals to them. But they are exceedingly independent people. Although they can be keenly cooperative in a general sense, they retain a deep need for personal freedom. Unless this is appreciated by others, they can be badly misunderstood. Even though they are usually law-abiding, their impulse is to try to change things for the better. Their idea of better doesn't always agree with ruling opinion. They may be unorthodox and even revolutionary in their ideas. They put intense energy into a cause. An overzealous Aquarius rising person always runs the risk of becoming so identified with their slogans that they end up veering away from the truth that they're trying to promote. Aquarius rising people are vigorous and precise in their contacts. They like to have plenty of channels of communication open, and they are seldom stuck for ideas or words or unsure of the next step to take. These people have a clear and incisive way of expressing themselves. Very often they propose remarkably original ideas that leave others wondering why the heck they didn't think of them. Very often their innately quiet manner hides the great intellectual strength and energy that powers their intellectual reasoning power. Aquarius rising people enjoy variety in their love lives. They are not sentimental and are more inclined to have numerous casual romances than to fall deeply in love too quickly or too easily. Their approach to love is more intellectual than emotional. They personify the cool, calm, and collected lover. Aquarius rising people will usually take their time selecting a marriage partner. They do marry for love, but they also need someone whose accomplishments they can take pride in. These people can be an easy person to live with and have a happy marriage, provided they choose the right partner. An Aquarius rising person that chooses a bossy mate will have little chance of domestic harmony. A clash of wills is almost certain. They have no great desire to seek glory for themselves. In fact, they're inclined to allow others to take credit that belongs rightfully to them. But they will not be dominated or dictated to. They must retain their independence in any partnership for it to work. Their ideal mate will be on the same mental wavelength and allow an easy exchange of creative ideas. An Aquarius rising person has admirable humanitarian instincts that spring from a desire for universal justice and equality. To these people, the individual is deserving of sympathy and consideration, but the urgently greater task is to eliminate the basic causes that afflict and degrade the human condition. They choose the broader outlook, and their impartiality allows them to listen to others and to make fair and practical assessments. Aquarius rising people generally tend to have more acquaintances than friends. They are the type of person people find easy to talk to, a very intelligent and interesting conversationalist. They enjoy listening as much as talking, since their need to range freely, exchanging views among a wide variety of people. They have neither the time nor inclination to form deep friendships. These people are more at home with groups of people, especially those who are not bound by conventional thinking. Their own views are advanced and frequently radical enough to split and disrupt groups and organizations if they press them hard enough. Aquarius rising people can be negatively disposed in one of two ways. First, they may make a lot of speeches about the need for progress and liberation of thought, but when the time for action comes, they may be busily engaged elsewhere in strictly conservative pursuits. Or, secondly, they may be truly inspired visionaries who is so far ahead of their time that no one will listen to them. To be an effective force worthy of their brilliant ideas, The Aquarian sometimes has to learn to discipline of frustrated desire. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.